So it could be, right, that Ibn Ezra is right. The sexuality doesn't have a place in the temple. That's why we go to the mikvah, and that's why when we went to Mount Sinai, we shed our sexuality. And yet, I'm coming back to the Rashi at the beginning. Rashi's saying, no. I'll say something. Even sexuality has a place in the temple, right? Not that we should be sexual, right? But that copper thing, right, is always standing there. And it's fascinating because that copper thing is made from these mirrors. And what does the priest do? He washes his hands from it. He washes his hands. In other words, to say there is an appropriate sexuality. It's now not the moment to be sexual, but sexuality, even that sexuality has a Yetzer Tov, it has a good side, and that has a place in the temple. I always wonder about these mirrors, you know, and there are different interpretations of what they did with them. Did they somehow melt them down and make them into this object? Or did they possibly take this object, right, this receptacle, and sort of hammer them in, right? Because I guess you wouldn't want to ruin the sheen, right? So I wonder whether they sort of like heated them up and bent them. And so you might even be able to see the outside shapes of all these mirrors, right? And then it really did remind them about that moment, right? Where, can you imagine the priest coming to wash his hands, and he would actually see his own reflection and be reminded of this story, right? And reminded actually that there is a holy sexuality, there is a sexuality which is there to bring the Jewish people there, right? He's meant to be reminded not of his own reflection, but that he represents all of those Sevaot, all of those myriads of the Jewish people, right? And he represents the nation, and that he's there to serve the continuity of the nation. And that would really be taking this mirror moment and making it into something which would raise the consciousness of the priest. And then, again, Moses was nervous. God says, I want it there, right? Fascinating.